Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic. This is episode 4 of season 3. I'm a little bit on a roll today, so I was thinking of what I said earlier in episode 3 about decluttering your space, which is a tool, at least personally. If I declutter my space, it helps me declutter my mind. And it made me reflect on this whole notion of creating space. Creating, we've been talking about towards the end of season 2 especially, we're talking about entering a new cycle, transformation, letting go of things and thoughts that don't serve us anymore, and inviting the new. So I want to just expand on that a little bit. We can't, the new cannot come if we don't let go of the old. No, that's what I was thinking of when I decluttered, when I was decluttering over the past few days. How can I expect, or how can I invite new objects, new, okay, I'm talking specifically about objects here because I've been clearing objects from our house. But the same goes for ideas or people or habits, I guess, no? Because decluttering your physical space is a metaphor. It can be applied to anything. It can be applied to our psyche, our mental space too. So one thing is wanting something new. Another thing is actually creating the space and stepping into action to make room for the new. So I want to do the same decluttering with my mind and really tell myself, what is it that's keeping me from inviting or bringing in the new? What kind of thoughts are keeping me stuck in the past? And that's why, meditation, self-reflection, mindfulness helps, because we're able to observe our thoughts and our behaviors. I guess relationships are good in terms of behaviors. Through our triggers, we are brought face to face with the unhealed parts of ourselves, so we can bring the wound to the surface and heal that and reintegrate that fragmented part of our psyche. So relationships help us declutter and process unprocessed emotions, stuck emotions from the past. Meditation helps us reflect on our thought patterns, the way our mind falls back into habituated thought patterns, which are probably 90% not very original thoughts, but just on autoplay. And most of the time, at least in my case, pretty destructive thoughts. Thoughts that don't bring me anything new, or that are not creative actually, because they come from a program tape I had been playing for so long. So meditation allows us to step into this observer mode and become vigilant. Stopping several times a day to ask ourselves, how am I feeling? What would somebody who loved themselves do? What am I thinking? Those kind of pauses and questioning several times a day allow us to become mindful of what we're actually thinking. And because thoughts are so powerful, they're literally from the infinite field of possibilities in the quantum field, a thought can focus the energy into one point and then attract. Technical error. A thought can, from the infinite field of possibilities, focus the energy into one point and then start attracting, like, thoughts are on the same frequency, and then literally create a 3D manifestation. That's how powerful thoughts are. A thought linked with then an emotion, super attractive. If we're not aware of what we're actually thinking and what we're thus attracting and creating, how dangerous is that? So to become conscious and deliberate and intentional creators of our own reality, it is a must that we become aware of what we're actually thinking. And I guess another thing that's important is to have this faith and trust in the universe that by letting go of something, i.e., for example, by creating space in my office, that maybe for a while there'll be an uncertain moment where nothing new is arriving, and that's okay. And hey, maybe I'll even get used to that extra space and don't want anything new. But the point being is that we need to be willing to sit in that uncomfortable uncertainty for a while, in the faith and trust and conviction that what we envision, what we actually want, and what we're trying to manifest will eventually appear sooner or later if we're consistent in our focus and in our positive expectation of it. So, see, a simple act of decluttering my space, my physical space, has led to these reflections, and it gets positive momentum going. That's another thing. I realized, at least with myself, if the rational tasks are too much in a given day, then switching to something physical that requires less thought but is more or less mechanical almost. I mean, I don't need that much rational abstract thinking when I clean and sift through stuff. That kind of activity will then make you feel better and then lift your mood, lift your vibration for you to then tackle the tasks that you had to do in the first place. At least that's helped me. And another thing that's actually helping me at the moment, I want to share with you, is I try to do the stuff that I'm most resistant against first thing in the morning. So I'm switching a little bit my schedule of the day. I in the morning, I mean, I do my rituals, I meditate, I do my yin shinjitsu, I write my morning pages, have breakfast, but then I get to work and tackle the most unappealing thing on the list, usually to do with paperwork. And then I feel immediate gratification because I'm like, yeah, we got something done, important, and now you can go and play. Whereas before I would go off and play and then push the thing that I'm supposed, or that needs to be done practicality wise, further and further away into the day until it becomes evening, and I'm like, might as well do it tomorrow. And then it just continues and snowballs, and denial kicks in, and all kinds of other forms of resistance, which is not good. So that has helped me too. That's my 2 cents of wisdom, extra wisdom for today. And I'll leave you with that and wish you a TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, guys. Have a good Friday evening. Saludos from Owl and me, from Javier. This is Magic Mel. Stay tuned.